One, Martina Navratilova earlier on court 2 at age 47, making a triumphant return to the singles draw.
Martina, I think in those moments over those many years, she was as famous for her tearful happiness after matches. I think if she were to do anything great here, we'd probably see some of those tears again.
She was always very emotional, but not all champions would agree with Martina Navratilova that you just have to enjoy the game. Some like to win all the time. And look at all her titles, 167, the most of anyone. Chris Evert follows at 154. Of course, Steffi Graf, the 7-time Wimbledon champion, is third on the list.
I think it's just the cherry on the top of the cream when you are also number one and keep winning. Just gets you going, and the motivation is a lot higher.
I just find it incredible that after having won so much for so many years, to come back 10 years later and know that you're not going to win the whole thing, and she's okay with that. Like, can you imagine, Martina, coming back when you're 40 years old, knowing that you'd won slams already and, you know, knowing that you possibly would not win a match?
Now that I would go out there and, well, I always had the determination. I love the game. I always had the passion, but for me, I think it's too early to say right now. If I go out there, I want to be top 5 at least. I just couldn't go out there and just medal with the rest of the group. I just really wanted to still be at the top of the game. But she's been back, you know, she's been playing the doubles and was last year mixed doubles champion at this event. So it's not like she's been gone for 10 years and suddenly comes back.
Pretty Love, first service game here in the second set. Only one error in the first set for Navratilova. Very cleanly played, kept the point short. Wide from Castano.
Game point now for Navratilova, 40-30. Castano, the 24-year-old from Colombia, lost in the qualies last week to Alicia Molik of Australia, 11-love. So
she's used to that score a little bit.
Score line, not a good thing. Oh, that's her best shot of the match so far.
Great passing shot.
Gets out wide well to make this backhand up the line.
Just a little over-aggressive. She takes too much risk. And her position right now is just try to get the ball in the game, get it into play, and wait for your chances. Gives away just too many easy points, which just a lot of credit to Martina. She's a great server.
One of the reasons Martina Navratilova says she wanted to play singles was to improve the serve, get a little more miles per hour to help her doubles game. And she has served well today. 71% of her first serves in. The lefty, of course, was always difficult on grass. The ball sliding away from you. She can hit it in your body, getting better extension.
And now the seats have all been filled in here following the rain delay on court 2. Word getting around the grounds, of course, Martina Navratilova cruising through the first set in this first round action, 6-love and up 1-love in the second.
Martina, Tim and I were talking earlier that Navratilova doesn't have the power that these young players have nowadays, but it seems like on grass it's okay not to hit big.
Exactly. The thing on grass, especially, the placement is more important, which she does perfectly when she plays the doubles game, because you only have to cover up half of the court. But in singles, because of the fast surface here, I think it can help her game a lot. Well, as we see here, it definitely does. Also, she's taking the balls very early, hitting them very clean.
She's been extremely clean through, and I think afterwards, I bet that's what she talks about, how cleanly she hit the ball in this match, because she's got to be extremely pleased with that aspect of the game today. She's got 3 break points here, game 2 of the second set.
enjoying herself, that's for sure.
Well, I don't think she saw her last night going into bed with that score line so far. I heard that she was really nervous. I talked to her after the French Open loss, and she said, well, I just take it match by match. Hopefully she'll get some matches done at Eastbourne, which she did, and was playing a perfect game.
Another break for Navratilova. 2-love in the second, having won the first 6-love. Yes, that tournament at Eastbourne, well, she lost in the second round of the main tournament. They have there what they call the plate, and she wound up defeating Anna Smashnova, Pistolesi, and Rita Grandi, had a walkover, and then lost to Farina Ilia, a strong Italian player, in 3 sets, however. So she came away with lots of match play. And that's what she said she needed.
Yeah, it was amazing that she had the confidence already at the French Open. Oh, just gets a few matches under my belt before going into Wimbledon. I'm like, well, you really believe that you're going to win a few matches, and she did.
And that's why she took the wild card in the qualifying of Eastbourne, because she wanted easier matches to try to get that first win. But what baffles me is she played the plate, which is a consolation draw. Here's a legend, Martina Navratilova, playing in what only players who lose early play in.
Great shot.
Nothing wrong with that.
Still got a few tricks in the pocket.
And it is such a treat to be able to see Martina Navratilova at 47 and a half years of age, moving well, having fun out there. The technique is there. Of course, she's a step slower. The serve isn't as fast.
Well, she's still got this great court sense, the instincts, which you call in tennis, that anticipation. You know where the ball's going to go. And that on grass is so important that you already are there in advance. You don't need that great footwork.
She's at home on the grass, that's for sure.
And a rare miss on the volley in this match from Navratilova.
It was a difficult shot. I believe this is the most difficult ball to hit in women's tennis, high backhand volley.
But nobody did it better than Navratilova when she was dominating.
Great placement of her serve.
Point from 3-love for Martina Navratilova. So it was long. We have to use her surname all the time now that we have Martina Hingis sitting next to us. Can't just say
It sounds a
Martina.
little surreal that I'm commentating her match. I would never think of that, but things turn out the way you sometimes don't expect them.
Deuce for the forehand error. As they say, she's been so clean. That is just error number 3 in the match for Martina Navratilova.
Castano has never won a set on grass. It's her 4th match on this surface.
Well, you can tell she doesn't feel at home on this surface. Doesn't move as freely as other players you see, hopefully, during this tournament.
Great experience of Navratilova. Great reaction on the volley, and then ducking away from that shot she knew would be long. Again, a game point.
Great cover-up.
3-love Navratilova. 9 consecutive wins here over Castano.
British Airways, the way to fly.
No one wins this race alone. It takes a skilled, finely tuned team to succeed. At Oppenheimer Funds, we've had portfolio managers ranked in Barron's top 100 list every year for the past 5 years. They're good people to have on your side. Talk to your advisor about Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Well, the good news, the courts have gone tarpless again. The fourth rain delay of the day appears to be just about over, and we expect to have live tennis very soon. You can see the nets are not yet put back on the court, but that is going to happen very soon. Now, we're watching Goran Ivanisevic and Mikhail Yuzny, the return of the 2001 men's champion here. Ivanisevic's last hurrah on the lawns of Wimbledon. Won the first set against the young Russian 6-3. And when they resume play, he will be serving to force a second set tiebreak at 5-6. In the meantime, we can show you a few more minutes of Martina Navratilova's triumphant return to the singles draw here, as called by Tim Ryan, Mary Jo Fernandez, and Martina Hingis.
Martina Navratilova has won 9 games in a row against Catalina Castano of Colombia, number 102 in the world. And the only edge here you give to Castano coming into this match is that Martina Navratilova is ranked number 700 in the world, because she, of course, has not been out there on the tour on any regular basis, and Castano ranked 102. But it's been all Martina Navratilova. That's wide. No.
Castano's best results this year have come on the clay. That's her favorite surface growing up in Colombia.
In Bogota, I don't think they have too many grass courts growing there.
No.
There's also another player from Colombia who made the semifinals at the Australian Open, Fabiola Zuluaga. Probably the only player people would know.
That's right. Another good clay court player.
Castano has 5 championships on the ITF circuit, the minor league circuit, if you will, of the WTA, but no wins on the WTA Tour. She only got into 3 of the main draws so far this season. Tried to qualify for 10 WTA events.
Hitting great drop shot. You said, Martina, they're there. The anticipation, knowing what shot to cover.
So I played her in one doubles match. I never played her in the singles, as he said. Played her in the doubles, and she was partnering Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. And I have to say, it's like the intimidation when you play somebody like Martina. It was just, you're a little bit stunned. You don't know what to expect, and you don't know what she's going to be like on the court. And I have to say, her reaction, the better you played, the greater shots you hit, the better she responded. And it was just really a great match. I played with Anna Kournikova, we won, but in a way, I have to say, sometimes, thank God, we had Arantxa on the other side as well.
Another break of serve for Navratilova. 10 games in a row. That's 22 in a row lost for her opponent, Castano.
That's long, and again, textbook stuff from Navratilova. Now, of course, we have to ask the question. This is Castano, 102 in the world, 0-3 on grass. As this tournament progresses, obviously Martina is going to be in a lot tougher than the Castanos of the tour. Based on what you've seen here so far, what are her chances of moving along?
Well, I think she's going to play, if she wins this match, also the player Dulko from Argentina, who she's lost on clay at the French Open a couple of weeks ago. And she said after that match, I wish I could play her on grass. So maybe, this is the chance if Dulko wins as well.
Dulko playing Dokic in the first round, former semifinalist here, who hasn't been playing that well, and they're checking Cyclops machine, maybe. See how
Well,
well it's working.
These are the ball people. I think they've perhaps misplaced the ball. Martina has got them out there hunting for something. and
she always loves to play around with the ball boys.
She likes to direct traffic out there too, which she's always able to do because of her stature. Let's see whether they... I'm not sure what it was, but it was something that she noticed, and meanwhile...
I think she might have lost the gum, and it's somewhere, the vibra stopper.
Right.
It might
the
have
rubber
gone,
band that takes away some of the vibration.
Been somewhere around that spot, maybe around that area.
It looks like Castano putting it back in her strings.
And Martina was happy to join in the hunt and hire the ball boys to get involved.
Well, it's a red one, so you think you could see it on the grass, but...
All right, well, they've got a new one in. 15 love.
Well, which is really nice for Castano, just get her at least on the board.
One game would be a big relief for Castano. Losing last week in the qualifying, love and do it again. That's tough.
Well, she started playing only at age 10, introduced by her father to the sport, and normally you'd see like champions like Martina, myself, Steffi Graf, they start at a young age. I started when I was 2. I believe you started when you were 3.
Yeah.
Steffi of 4. Motion.
Always Navratilova looking to attack, and 5 love now.
It's been a grass court clinic for Castano from Martina Navratilova. She's had a chance to learn a lot from one of the greats.
The Tuesday night poker game is back, and this time it's for $5 million.
Passing out $100 bills in this town ain't never gonna be the same. An incredible knockout.
The highest stakes, the world's best players, and the unrivaled coverage of ESPN. The 2004 World Series of Poker. All new episodes begin Tuesday, July 6th at 9.
I love to run, and it's not a problem. The hair goes with me when I run.
I would always wear a hat, even in the pool.
My tennis game has improved. I don't know, it just feels like I'm always acing the guy.
Hello, I'm Dr. John Parker. Hair loss is an all too common problem, but finally there's good news.
The Parker solution to hair loss?
No. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You don't look sick to me, and I'm not writing you a note.
Comcast high-speed internet. It's cable-powered, constantly connected, and incredibly fast, which makes it easier than ever to keep in touch with your friends and family and stay connected to all the things you love. So get Comcast high-speed internet today. Visit these retailers for a great offer.
Back live in London, the good news is we don't see any raindrops in the pond up on the top of Henman Hill. The tarps are off. The nets have been put back up. The players should return to the court shortly. We'll have warm-up and then the resumption of live play here after rain delay number 4 on the opening day of Wimbledon. When we get back to live action, you will see Goran Ivanisevic and Mikhail Yuzny. Ivanisevic, the past champion, saying farewell to Wimby this year. He's won the first set. He is now serving to force a second set tiebreak. And again, that match just minutes away. Still to come later today, we hope. It's the longest day of the year, and sunset isn't until 9:23 today in London, so there's a lot of daylight still left. Lindsay Davenport against Dolly Ronder and Tempe. That's going to be on court number 2 after the Ferrero-Gutierrez match completes, and Ferrero is up a set there. In the meantime, a chance to show you more of Martina Navratilova's first round victory as we rejoin Tim Ryan Mary Jo Fernandez and Martina Hingis. Tim?
Thanks, Chris. Well, it is Catalina Castano serving here just to try to get a game here. She is down 6-love, 5-love, and serving now at 30-15. It has been all Martina Navratilova coming in here, and Martina Hingis, your impression since you joined us here quickly of what you think of your namesake and her chances after this one.
Just played a very smart game, just typical on grass court. I mean, she's had greater chances than on clay, which she played a couple of weeks ago at the French Open. But I also think that Castano is not very fit for the grass court season. I mean, she hasn't won a match, but definitely a great draw. But she's shows some excellent tennis.
Mary Jo, what we just saw there has been a rare occurrence, and that's an error from Navratilova, who has just been absolutely very clean through the course of this match.
I think they actually overruled it.
They overruled it. Was
playing it right now.
Replaying that point, but
still she sees herself at a 30-15.
It's the big opportunity for Castano. Oh, game point.
Finally.
An ace. That misbound.
This is Castano's 4th match on grass in her career. Has not won a set. Lost love and love last week in the qualifying of Eastbourne. So this would be a big accomplishment to win this game.
She hit the net.
Net cord for the point for Navratilova. 40-30. Castano still with a game point. But as we were saying, Mary Jo, it's just been a very impressive performance by Navratilova, but against an opponent obviously at 102 in the world and 0-3 in her only 3 previous grass court appearances. Not the kind of opposition that lies ahead for the former champion.
No, but still, for Martina Navratilova, 47.5 years of age, to be winning by this score. It's not easy on grass to be up 6-love, 5-love. Now 5-1, a big round of applause for the 24-year-old Colombian.
And
she's very happy.
Of course.
There's something about winning a game and not losing love and love.
Being very good is one of the worst things that can happen to a tennis player.
So now the other Martina will serve for the match here against Castano, and a sellout crowd now on court 2 as they have filtered in, and there was a rain delay of 40-plus minutes that gave a chance for more fans to arrive and watch the great Martina Navratilova in her first round action.
Such a treat to be watching a living legend in Martina Navratilova, still covering the court so well, anticipating the right shots at the net. We're being treated to serve and volley tennis. We haven't seen that in a long time.
That's for sure. And Martina, most of the players who have been commenting on Martina Navratilova is her physical conditioning, getting ready for this tournament, but even coming in so fit for the French Open. That's what seems to really startle all of the young players on the tour. Hey, she's 47. That's unbelievable.
Exactly. It's just really, like you said, a treat to see her at that age. That shows what a human body can accomplish at that year, at that age. So I have to think twice about, making a comeback or something. Been hitting this morning a few balls.
The youngsters who are watching Navratilova, what a great example of what a true professional on and off the court. She still works very hard physically. She eats the right foods.
So professional about the regime, the discipline she's had over the years. Just really an idol. That on the grass court you don't really get that tired. Just like every time I play, I don't know how it was with you, Mary Jo, I was always sore. After the first day I hit on grass, first match, no matter how hard you work out, I had a sore bum.
Well, you have to stay so low. The ball bounces a lot lower. And Navratilova played singles and doubles last week, a couple days, both in the same day, and she was fine. And now look at this, double match point.
But I think there's no matter how hard you train, There's no exception. If you play on the center court or court 1 here at Wimbledon, it's always going to be hurting a little bit.
So Martina Navratilova with a second serve. 2 match points. One save by Castano.
They were talking, it's match point already.
Quite a performance.
Only been on the court 42 minutes.
Beats her at her own game for the first time in the match.
Playing a lot smarter now on the match point.
Good hustling, though, from Navratilova. Forced the...
And she wanted to get it done and over with. Last point to play, hopefully.
First break point of the match for Castano.
But since I joined you, I had the feeling she had the better chance when Martina was serving, because she got a few points, a few deuces. She just didn't play smart enough on in big points.
That's a great first volley from Navratilova. It's one shot because she's worked on so hard the last couple of weeks on the grass. Getting a good stick on it, going through the court.
No mistake on the overhead, the lob a little short.
And she's using her lefty serve so well, especially on the break court before for Castano. The lefty out wide, which is so effective.
Another match point. Oh, badly missed that time. You could hear Martina as the ball hit her racket. She knew she had hit it badly.
Navratilova's entered in all 3 events here, singles, doubles, and mixed, trying to break the record she tied last year, Billie Jean King's 20 Wimbledon titles. A good chance in doubles and mixed to break it. Playing doubles with Raymond and mixed with Leandra Pace.
Another match point.
Number 4.
What an accomplishment if she makes this next point. We see Martina Navratilova in the second round at Wimbledon.
Oh, that was real close.
It looked like it's going to float, but it still hit the line, I believe.
Jeremy Shales in the chair. Great Britain. Ooh, looked like it caught the line.
Looked to me like it caught the line wide, though, the back line. I don't think it caught the sideline, neither did Martina, but nonetheless, more tennis. That's long.
All right, that one.
5th match point. Martina Navratilova, 10 years after her last appearance as a singles player here at Wimbledon, losing in the final to Conchita Martinez, finds herself in the second round of 2004. The champ.
And that was earlier. Nice moment from Martina, but the rain has stopped. We're back now live, and Goran Ivanisevic and Mikhail Yuzny are in a second set tiebreak.